Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in the previous session, we have discussed about the effect of temperature on rate of a reaction. We considered a graphical representation and even we considered the temperature coefficient. So what it is the ratio of rate constant of a reaction measured at two temperatures which differ by 10 degrees Celsius or I can say 10 Kelvin. Okay. Thereafter, even we consider the Arrhenius equation. What is that? A mathematical expression which gives a quantitative relationship between rate constant of a reaction with the temperature and activation energy. Okay. Well, in this session, we go for some other concept. Say threshold energy and one more activation energy. Well, we study both at a time so that we can differentiate those two quantities. Say whenever if I consider a reaction to proceed, or else in another words I can say during reaction what happens, reactant molecules collide with one another, and we said all collisions do not lead to a product formation. The collision which leads to a product formation are considered as effective collisions, and the collision which do not give any product formation, and those are called non-effective collisions. Now when I consider effective collision, a product to be formed means it is necessary to have effective collisions. For effective collisions, the collision among the reactants is to be effective means it has to follow two factors or two parameters. One is the energy barrier, second one is the orientation barrier, okay, or spatial attack or spatial arrangement of or the direction by which reactant molecules collide with each other during a reaction. Coming to the first one, as I said, energy barrier includes these two quantities, threshold energy and activation energy. So what I can say, for a reaction to proceed, a reaction to give product, all reactant molecules has to possess or cross the energy barrier. What is that energy barrier? It includes threshold energy and activation energy. Well, what is threshold energy here? Threshold energy is nothing but is the minimum energy must be possessed by reactant molecules. Okay, is the minimum energy must be possessed by reactant molecules such that collision among them leads to a chemical reaction is called threshold energy. Say, for example, from a place A to B, you wish to travel a place A to B, the traveling cost is of about 500 rupees. Okay, just analyze this. Say from A to B, what is the traveling cost? 500 rupees. In the sense, if I wish or you wish to travel from A to B, what is the minimum amount we should have? Rupees 500. If you have less than that, we cannot travel from A to B, right? Similarly, a reaction to proceed, a reactant to get converted into product, all those reactant molecules must possess certain minimum energy. What is that minimum energy is called? Threshold energy. Well, say, as like I said, the analogy 500 rupees is needed. IRV may have more than 500 rupees also, but minimum it is necessary to have 500 rupees. As like to give a product, those reactant molecule must possess certain minimum energy. What is called threshold energy. So how we are defining the minimum energy must be possessed by reactant molecules such that collision among them leads to a chemical reaction is called threshold energy. Okay, well, coming to the one more form, what is that? Activation energy. Say you just continue that same analogy. As I said, to travel from A to B place required is 500 is the minimum amount we should have. Say we have only 400 rupees with us. What is rest? We need another 100 rupees. Means to have minimum amount required, or I can say another acquired quantity will be 100. Now I can say here that 100 we have to acquire by some means, so that we are going to get our required amount. The minimum acquired quantity is considered as activation energy. So how we are defining it? The minimum extra energy must be acquired. It is the minimum extra energy, in the sense reactant molecules already they are going to have certain energy, so we used to call energy of a normal molecules. Okay, to give product, what is the minimum energy they must possess? It is the threshold energy. To reach threshold energy, they have to acquire certain extra energy. They have to acquire certain extra energy. It is called activation energy. Okay, so how we are defining? The minimum extra energy must be acquired by what type of molecules? Normal molecules, such that collision among them leads to a chemical reaction is called activation energy. So two energy forms, threshold energy and activation energy. So what is threshold energy here? The minimum energy must be possessed by reactant molecules, such that collision among them leads to a chemical reaction. And what about activation energy? Is the minimum extra energy must be acquired by reactant molecules, or I can say normal molecules, such that collision among them leads to a chemical reaction is called activation energy. So a reaction to proceed, reactant molecule has to pass energy barrier, in the sense reactant molecule has to possess threshold energy. If they don't have threshold energy, means they have to acquire certain extra energy. It is called activation energy. Well well how we are going to represent this activation energy? Means symbolically it is represented as ea, capital E subscript a, which indicates the activation energy. Okay, well, say general representation, reactant molecules, if they want to give rise to product, so these reactant molecules are associated with a certain minimum energy, so they used to call normal molecules. These normal molecules, to give product, what is necessary? They have to acquire certain extra energy, so that reactant molecules will be get converted into product. If they do not acquire this minimum energy or minimum extra energy, there is no conversion of reactant into product. Okay, so normal molecules, when they acquire certain extra energy, that is activation energy, first they get converted into activated molecules. So these activated reactant molecules are going to possess threshold energy. What about normal molecules? They don't have threshold energy, just they have certain energy. We used to call energy of a normal molecules. After acquiring activation energy, they get converted into activated molecules. And what about energy? These activated molecules are going to possess threshold energy. In the sense, I can say energy of normal molecules plus activation energy resultant will be threshold energy. So the relation between those three energy forms, energy of normal molecules plus activation energy, will be equal to threshold energy. Once these activated molecules formed, they readily collide, and collision among these molecules will be effective, so that they get converted into product molecules. Okay. Well, now if I consider graphically how I can represent, means say energy versus reaction coordinate. If you plot a graph of energy of the species versus reaction coordinate, or it's a progress of reaction, in the sense conversion of reactants into product. Now in the graph here I mentioned ER. What is this ER? ER indicates the energy of a reactant molecules. Means I can say energy of normal molecules. It's the quantity. From here to here, it indicates the energy of a reactant molecules. Say these reactant molecules, when they acquire activation energy, what this peak says? Activation energy means from here, from this point to this point, they already have certain energy, so we call energy of normal molecules, so it is indicated as ER in the graph. Further, they have to acquire certain minimum extra energy. What it is? Activation energy. Okay, once they acquire activation energy, say energy of normal molecules ER plus EA, resultant will be ET. What is ET? ET is the threshold energy. So if I consider progress of a reaction, earlier the reactants are get converted into activated molecules. Okay, these activated molecules possesses threshold energy, that is ET. They readily converted into product molecules. Now here product molecules are also associated with the energy, that is indicated with the EP. When I compare these, say energy of reactant molecules ER, energy of product molecules EP. So when I compare these two energies, energy of product molecules will be less compared to energy of a reactant molecules. Then only we say that reaction is feasible. What is the condition? Necessary condition here? Energy of product molecules must be less than energy of reactant molecules, so that that reaction is feasible, it takes place, otherwise it not. Okay, so what is this? Delta E indicates change in the energy, or I can say energy of the reaction. Well, it is regarding graphical representation of those threshold energy and activation energy. Okay, well, coming to the concept, that is calculation of activation energy. Well, as we said, yes, all reactant molecules associated with the minimum energy that we call energy of a normal molecules. To give a product, they must possess certain minimum energy. It is called threshold energy. To have threshold energy, okay, they have to acquire certain extra energy. It is called activation energy. Well, for any reaction, how we can calculate activation energy of a reaction means we have two methods. By following two methods, one can calculate the activation energy. What are those? One is the rate constant method and second one is graphical method. So what is the basis for this calculation means? Again, Arrhenius equation is the basis. As we know, Arrhenius equation, what is that? K is equal to A into E raised to minus EA by RT. So by using that expression, one can able to get the derivation for calculation of activation energy. Well, first we go for rate constant method. Say rate constant method, as I said, what is the basis here? Arrhenius equation is the basis. So Arrhenius gave a mathematical relationship between rate constant and temperature by equation. What is that equation? K is equal to A into E raised to minus EA by RT. What is K? Rate constant of a reaction. What is A? Arrhenius factor, or I can say frequency factor. What is EA? Activation energy. R, gas constant, and T, absolute temperature. So consider equation 1, that is K is equal to A into E raised to minus EA by RT. Next, so by applying ln on both sides, if you apply ln on this equation, so what is that? Ln K is equal to ln of A into, okay, ln of A into E raised to minus EA by RT. So ln of A into B, what is the formula? Ln A plus ln B. So accordingly two quantities A and E raised to minus EA by RT. So ln K is equal to ln A, as there is a negative sign, so we take directly E minus EA by RT, equation 2. So ln K is equal to ln A minus EA by RT. It will be the equation 2, second equation. Well, if I consider K1 and K2 are the rate constant of a reaction measured at two temperatures T1 Kelvin and T2 Kelvin respectively. General equation we know, ln K is equal to ln A minus EA by RT. Okay. So for a same reaction, if we measured K1, K2 values, rate constant of a reactions at two temperatures T1 Kelvin and T2 Kelvin respectively. Then accordingly we used to have two equations here. So ln K1 is equal to ln A. For a reaction, Arrhenius factor is constant. The activation energy will be same and R is a constant. What are the changes here? Rate constant value and a temperature changes. So ln K1 is equal to ln A minus EA by RT. So equation 3. Similarly, ln K2 is equal to ln A minus EA by RT2. Equation 4. General equation, as I said, ln K is equal to ln A minus EA by RT. If I consider two rate constant values at two different temperatures, so accordingly we are considering the equations ln K1 and ln K2. So equation 3 and equation 4. Further, if we subtract equation 4 minus equation 3, or even we can do equation 3 minus equation 4, that can also be done. Now I considered equation 4 minus equation 3. Equation 4 means ln K2 minus ln K1 is equal to, so ln A minus EA by RT2 minus of ln A, minus into minus, it becomes plus, plus EA by RT1. So what we are getting? We are going for equation 4 minus equation 3. So ln K2 minus ln K1 is equal to ln A minus EA by RT2 minus ln A plus EA by RT1. Well, we know the formula regarding ln, or I can say log. Ln A minus ln B. What is that? Ln of A by B. So what we are getting here? This quantity changes to ln K2 by K1. Then further on RHS side, say ln A minus ln A. These two quantities cancels. What is left? Minus EA by RT2 plus EA by RT1. So on LHS, what is the form we are going to get? Ln K2 by K1 is equal to EA by RT1 minus EA by RT2. Well, so here ln K2 by K1 is equal to EA by RT1 minus EA by RT2. Further we know ln is nothing but I can replace ln by 2.303 log. So 2.303 log K2 by K1 is equal to, what is common here in the RHS side? Activation energy is common and gas constant R is common. So those common terms are taken outside. So 2.303 log K2 by K1 is equal to EA divided by R bracket of 1 by T1 minus 1 by T2. Okay, we'll simplify further. It is, so 2.303 is taken on other side. So log K2 by K1 is equal to EA divided by 2.303 R bracket of. So we have taken the LCM of this. T1, T2 is the LCM. So bracket of T2 minus T1 divided by T1, T2. So is the equation by which it is possible to calculate the activation energy. It is regarding rate constant method. So what is the final equation to be remembered here? Log K2 by K1 is equal to EA divided by 2.303 R bracket of T2 minus T1 divided by T1 T2. So here what is terms involved? K1 and K2 rate constants of a reaction measured at two temperatures. What are those? T1 Kelvin and T2 Kelvin respectively. Okay. And what is EA here? A is the activation energy. And what is R? R is the universal gas constant. And what is the value here? 8.314 joules per Kelvin mole. In the sense, by knowing K1, K2 value, T1, T2 value, okay, one can calculate the activation energy of a reaction. So it is regarding rate constant method by which we can calculate the activation energy. And You have to remember the formula and the terms involved. For annual examination, there will be numerical on this formula, calculation of activation energy. Well, what is the second method we said? That is graphical method. Okay. So again, for graphical method also, what is the basis? That is the Arrhenius equation itself. So the Arrhenius equation for a reaction is given by K is equal to A into e raised to minus Ea by RT. Next, so we are applying ln on the both sides. So ln K is equal to ln A minus Ea by RT. Instead of ln, what I can write? 2.303 log. So 2.303 log K is equal to, okay, ln A, what I can write? 2.303 log A minus Ea by RT. Now, what is common here? 2.303, right? 2.303 is the first term. In the second term also there is a 2.303. Now, what we are doing, all these terms are divided by 2.303. So, the first term, if it is divided by 2.303, what is left? Log K is equal to, second term, if it is divided by 2.303, both will cancel, so remaining will be log A minus, the third term is divided by 2.303, so I can say minus EA divided by 2.303 R into 1 by T. For convenient, I have taken this 1 by T outside the bracket. Well, this equation, what is the equation? Log K is equal to log A minus Ea divided by 2.303 R into 1 by T. This equation is compared with the equation of a straight line. Y is equal to mx plus c. Now, on comparison, I can say what is the y coordinate? Log K will be the y coordinate. What is the x coordinate? 1 by T will be the x coordinate. Okay. What is the intercept? Log A is the intercept, and what is the slope? We get minus Ea divided by 2.303 R, or I can say Ea is equal to minus 2.303 into R into slope. Means by plotting a graph of, what are the coordinates I mentioned? Log K versus 1 by T. If you plot a graph of log K versus 1 by T, we get a slope, we get a straight line with slope is equal to minus Ea by 2.303 R. On rearranging this, it is possible to get the activation energy. Means simply by calculating slope of the straight line, if it is multiplied with minus 2.303 into R, we get a activation energy. Well, we can see graphically also here. So what are the coordinates I said? Log K versus 1 by T. If you plot a graph of log K versus 1 by T, we get a straight line with slope is equal to minus Ea divided by 2.303 R, and on extrapolating, it cuts the y-axis, it gives the intercept, that is log A. Okay, so here slope minus Ea by 2.303 R. As I said, on rearranging, we get the expression Ea is equal to minus 2.303 into R into slope. First we have to calculate the slope of the straight line, and is multiplied with this quantity minus 2.303 into R. So we get the activation energy of a reaction. So it is regarding calculation of activation energy. So we come across two methods. One is rate constant method and second one is graphical method. So in rate constant method, what is the equation to be remembered? I said log K2 by K1 is equal to Ea divided by 2.303 R bracket of T2 minus T1 divided by T1 T2. Okay. And regarding graphical method, what is to be remembered here? A is equal to minus 2.303 into R into slope of the straight line. Okay. Well, I hope you understood all these concepts. Again, in the next session, we discuss about some other concept of a chemical kinetics. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for watching.
Like,
Comments
share,
and
subscribe.